Welcome. Today we're talking with Bruce Marks. He is a Senior Vice President and M&A Sales Manager at First Bank of the Lake. Bruce, welcome, and thank you for joining us at today's Banker Digest.
Thanks, Larry. It's great to be here. Looking forward to spending a few minutes with you and your audience, and looking forward to the opportunity.
Great. Well, thank you, Bruce. While you specialize in SBA loans, you have created quite a unique niche to help buyers finance business acquisitions. Can you briefly describe your approach?
Yeah, so our approach is to lend to buyers / searchers who are coming out of what we call the ETA model, which is entrepreneurship through acquisition, and lending them through the search fund model, which is where they go ahead and they search for a business to buy and then partner with the right investors to make their equity injection, and then come to First Bank of the Lake for the remaining proceeds through an SBA acquisition to acquire the business.
Great. Thank you. Good. Makes a lot of sense, that the pairing of the buyer and the investor with that to partner. So, Bruce, what are some of the characteristics of a typical, if there is a typical entrepreneur involved in these business acquisitions?
Generally, Larry, they could be military veterans, which we do a lot of work with, as well as searchers who have come through a program through a major college, the entrepreneurial shoot through acquisition. And generally, these are people looking to buy a business. They may come out of the PE world. They may have been an operator before, and they're looking to buy a business, build it, grow it, and then sell it. And then they make a great return for themselves as well as their investors.
Great. Thank you. So, Bruce, can you talk a little bit about how you make sure that the structure of the deal is set up kind of correctly?
Sure. So our model is, and what I have termed the 3 Gs of a good deal, which is lending to good people, buying good businesses with good, strong cash flow. So in our model, we're looking at the entrepreneur and their background. We're looking at the specific target, and then obviously the cash flow. And these loans differ, Larry, than conventional loans because they are driven by cash flow and not collateral. Most commercial lenders are looking for some form of collateral. These are really high businesses that are throwing off a lot of cash flow that give us comfort, which is, as we all know, is what pays loans back, is the cash flow. So that's our model.
Great. Thank you. You know, that leads me to kind of another question there, Bruce. How does the underwriting of these loans differ from versus, kind of traditional commercial loans?
Sure. So when we bring a deal into underwriting, we're making sure that it has, number one, really strong cash flow to withstand any up and downs in the business. We're making sure that the model makes really strong sense from a business lending standpoint, that it's going to be here 3, 5, 7, arguably 10 years from now. So we look at the sustainability of the business, and we make sure that there's really a good growing model that's presented, because we don't have collateral to rely on. There's really no out in these deals. And in my collateral section, it's normally N/A, not applicable. So we want to make sure that we're lending to good people, buying good businesses with good, strong cash flow.
Great. Thank you. So I understand recently you had a boot camp to really kind of concentrate on this model. Can you tell us a little bit about that and how it works?
Sure. So we do it quarterly through a company called Percent Capital, and we bring in 15 to 20 people that are looking to acquire businesses. We have a tax expert there. We have a legal representation. We have myself, who represents and talks about SBA financing. We have an insurance gentleman, and we spend 3 days bringing them right from how to start with an LOI, a letter of intent, to go through all the diligence process to make sure that they're acquiring what we call the right one. It's a 3-day intensive program, and it's tremendous, and it gives the searcher an ability to start with this project and hopefully finish with this project with the partners that are at the boot camp.
Great, great. Well, Bruce, thank you very much for spending time with today's Banker Digest and sharing your specialized search fund model to help entrepreneurs fund business acquisitions with SBA loans.
I really appreciate the opportunity, Larry. Love sharing with your audience the content and hopefully providing value and knowledge to those maybe who aren't as familiar with this space, but maybe looking to grow and acquire a business and do it for themselves.
Great, great. Well, thank you. So in
Thank you.
closing, thank you for joining today's Banker Digest. If you have additional questions for Bruce, please see the link in his bio.